Whoa, it's the Yewllusion and Owl reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. We're down here at the beach, just chilling, low tide. The sun's starting to set on this fine, fine September day in Southern California. It's what it's all about. Owl's finding the joy of tide pools. What are you making? He's digging a hole in the sand. And here's a bunch of footage of us just running around at the beach. Little voiceover action. Discovery down at the beach. Owl loves the beach, even though he doesn't really like the ocean. It's an interesting situation. And all his favorite animals are sea creatures. Yeah, I get it. The ocean's a giant, intimidating, living organism. And he sees it. He absolutely sees how radical the ocean is. And I respect that about Owl. So we're gonna have to work together as a father and son to overcome his apprehension around that great big giant organism called the ocean. It's cool though. He'll find his way. It's about not pushing him and allowing him to explore the ocean and the beach and the ocean environment on his own terms. Now I was thinking a lot about the recent period of life, and the one thing I've always found is the more difficult life is, the more it's indicating growth is on the way. What are you making? You know, it's like when the butterfly emerges from the chrysalis. It's not an easy thing for the butterfly to get out of the chrysalis. It's a full-on struggle. And you know, to go transform from a caterpillar to a butterfly, well, I can't imagine that's a pleasant experience. And so I was thinking about life and what it is and where we all are as a family and where Owl is, where I am, and I think we're right at that space where it's about to be a huge expansive growth period where there's just going to be all sorts of interesting things that are going to begin to happen in our lives. You know, Owl's reached that period as a child where he's fully functioning, and who he is being defined, and how he defines the world is being realized. And at the same time, I look at my own life at where I am is I'm in a very similar space. It's determining how radical and beautiful and just thrilling the next phase of this life's going to be with Owl, my stepdaughter, my wife, and you know, everything that I'm involved with. So I've been definitely noticing there's been a struggle here with what I'm doing artistically and communicatively with my YouTube channel, and it's been very wonky and herky-jerky. And today I was with Owl and I realized it's that way because we're about to have a huge growth spurt. It's you know, it's interesting raising a child. Like he'll go on periods where he doesn't nap, and he just eats regularly. Then all of a sudden he'll just start eating a bunch and napping a bunch, and it's because he's growing and he's expanding. His mind's expanding and his consciousness is expanding. Like he just spent like the last week and a half like heavily napping during the day, and he's a whole different being on that other side of that period. And it's just very interesting that pain is the touchstone to spiritual growth. So yeah, here we are, and look at him down there exploring the tide pools right next to that giant ocean. When I explained to him that the tide pools were part of the ocean, he kind of had this like aha moment. So it was a really beautiful day in our community. What did you think about our day at the beach?
We had a blast.
Did we have a blast? What did you learn today at the beach?
Touching things.
Touching things? Did the ocean take you away? Were you afraid the ocean's gonna take you away? Dude, were you crying like a baby for a minute? You were being silly. Here we are. Ah.
A cracker? You want a cracker? You want a cracker?
Ah.
Cracker? Do you want a cracker? I want a cracker. I want a cracker.